And how about this? The two that you racing in reloading. Huh? Hey, what's up?
Yeah, hang in there. I'm trying to stay out of trouble. It's hard. Good evening, everyone. This meeting was called for Monday, March 18th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m. at Borough Hall located at 77 Summit Hill Road, Spotswood, New Jersey, pursuant to the provisions of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10-4-8B. The public may choose to attend this meeting electronically via Google Meet. This meeting was advertised on the Spotswood website and in the Home News Tribune.
Councilman Kramer?
Here.
Councilman Lesko is absent. Councilwoman Schwartz?
Here.
Councilman DeBorny?
Here.
Council President Legakis?
Here.
And Mayor Palmer is absent.
Thank you. We'll start off tonight with our engineer's report.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Borough Engineer's Office, I submit tonight's report. For item number 1, the 2023 capital improvements of the Janice Drive neighborhood, River Road neighborhood, American Way, and various capital improvements. Contractors finished the utility work that was scheduled. The contractor is expected to return to work during the end of the March / into early April. There is no update for item number 2. And for item number 3, the 2023 NJDOT roadway improvements of West End, Latoa, and Walker. The project is out to bid. The bid opening is scheduled for April 4th.
Thank you. Any questions from the council? Okay, thank you.
We have no, excuse me, ordinance on second reading, public hearing, ordinance 2024-2, which is the bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements and the acquisition of various capital equipment, appropriating $2 million, therefore authorizing the issuance of a $1.9 million bond and notes to finance a portion of the cost thereof, authorized in and by the Borough of Spotswood in the County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey. We also have a tabled resolution 2024-43, resolution authorizing the appointment of Kimberly Humphrey as the qualified purchasing agent for the Borough of Spotswood, County of Middlesex in the State of New Jersey. And resolutions under consent agenda 2024-49, resolution of the Borough Council of the Borough of Spotswood to provide for the transfer of year 2023 budget appropriations, 2024-50, resolution authorizing emergency temporary appropriation in the amount of $2,435,648. 2024-51, authorizing an agreement with East Coast Medical Consultants for medical director services. 2024-52, resolution authorizing totally disabled veteran tax exemption for the property known as 118 Manalapan Road. 2024-53, resolution authorizing payment applications number 1 and number 2 for Daniel Road, new replacement well number 6 in the borough of Spotswood. 2024-53, resolution authorizing payment, 2024-54, resolution authorizing the list of records license for the year 2024. 2024-55, resolution authorizing execution of sidebar agreement between the Borough of Spotswood and the UFCW Local 888. 2024-56, payment of bills, and 2024-57, resolution to authorize the execution of a professional services contract for special legal counsel services pursuant to the non-fair and open process in accordance with NJSA 19:44A-20.5.
Thank you. Like to make a motion to open to the public?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The public comment portion of the Spotswood Borough Council meeting is to allow the public to bring to council's attention their concerns or comments in accordance with NJSA 10-4-12A, as well as Spotswood ordinances 2-18 and 2-19, except upon consent of the council president. Each person addressing the council in the case of a resolution shall limit their remarks to 3 minutes, and in the case of an ordinance shall limit their remarks to 5 minutes total for the meeting. No person shall direct any remark or question to any specific council member except by permission of the council president. Any council member through the council president may choose to answer a question, but they are not obligated to do so. All persons wishing to address the council shall do so from the podium or other location specified by the council president. Each person addressing the council must identify themselves by name and address. If said person is representing a business or organization, they shall further state whether their comments are their personal view or those of the group they represent. So at this time, anybody has any questions about the ordinances or resolutions, please come up.
Diane Charles, 29 Old Stage Road. You about to hear that? No. Okay. I have some questions, of course, about the bill list. I counted up all the charges for vehicle repairs, and it comes to almost $14,000. And I'm wondering why it's so high.
Brenda, do you have
There are various,
Could you?
items that have been approved. I know we're still waiting on 3 police cars that are supposed to be coming in. I was told the police cars are supposed to be here in April.
Could you try that microphone? Because that one doesn't seem to be working. Ah, okay.
So that's, I have to check with Matt to see if it's more than normal. I have nothing to gauge by.
Speaking of police vehicles, we've only had 3 police cars bought during this administration, and from what I've been told, we were supposed to get 2 per year. So I'm wondering what the discrepancy is about.
I can't answer that. I wasn't here. I've only been here for 9 months.
Well, almost a year, but okay. Also, there was no vehicle for the OEM position, despite the fact that it was in the budget 2 years ago. Are we ever going to get that vehicle for Jose?
We have had discussions about what to do with that. It is an ongoing conversation. Not sure if
Still
we
part of the budget.
have any resolution yet, so it is still part of the budget.
Okay,
It's still in the capital budget that was approved back. in
2 years ago.
2022.
Okay. So is money left over from 2022? Has it been rolled
Capital.
over?
No, capital doesn't expire until you pass a resolution expiring the capital ordinance. So
Okay.
ordinances will stay. It's not like municipal financing where the budget stays in reserve status. So 2023's budget's in reserve status to pay bills.
So the dough is still there? is the
Yes.
point. Okay. I noticed that our GIF premium has gone up about, a lot.
I think it was a 6%.
Yeah, is that the first quarter payment, the 125,000?
I believe so, and I just put it in the second quarter, but it wasn't, it didn't make. it.
Last year, our premium was 117,116.75. So it is about 6%.
I believe,
Is that like a normal increase, or is it based on the amount of lawsuits that we have?
That's the first installment.
it depends with the Souter or with the statewide JIP. So depending on what the loss ratio, it's not just Spotswood's loss ratio, it's every municipality within the JIP. They have to bring in a certain amount of money and have a certain amount of surplus. It's decided by the commissioners of the state JIP.
Is that done quarterly or monthly?
When they decide their budget, it's done at their budget meeting.
So
So
it's done
typically-
annually.
Typically, I think it's in November for statewide.
So they did November for 2024 or
Yes.
for 20, okay, all right. Ms. Flynn, you gave us bills. Was that for the entirety of 2023?
Yes, I believe that's the end.
Okay, so,
No, that's 2023 and
In January,
January
Yeah.
2024.
okay, can you separate how much was for January?
I can't right now, no, I don't have my bills in front of me.
Brandon, can you do that?
Looks like this PO is for October to December, but there is a January one that's come in. I don't know why it didn't make off the list.
I do think it's just.
We have more questions.
Okay.
It's gonna take me a
I
second to
do,
find it.
okay. Water resource management.
Those are, yeah,
What is that?
that's the water company that, we need a licensed operator to run the water, company. Even if we're taking water from East Brunswick, we still need by law have a licensed operator. So that would be my fault. So when I was on maternity leave, there were, the November, December, and January.
So this
bills.
represents 3 months. Okay. AC
Oh, I
Phillips.
wasn't on maternity leave, I was on maternity.
I was gonna say, I'm making you.
Right, somebody has.
Okay. AC Schultz, $219,000 for what?
That's the well, I believe.
That's the company that was approved by contract to do the well.
Okay, and B and W Construction, $101,388.
BMW is the company that does the water repairs.
Water main.
Water main.
Okay,
And I think that because of the emergency at the last meeting, this is just catching up. The check was already issued, but it has to be on the list.
okay, great, thanks.
Thank you, Jane. Good evening, everyone. Rich O'Brien, 11 Hudson. In reference to the tabled resolution 2024-43, is the council aware that candidate is currently involved in a lawsuit against her former employer? Yes. In reference to the bills list in general, given that we are now the subject of a lawsuit for delinquent non-payment or past due payment,
Is the council assured that we're not looking at significant other payments in arrears?
I can't speak on a pending litigation matter. However, I will state that I am the one who stopped the payment of bills. They were working for the borough when I arrived. And there were several discrepancies in the bills, and I put a stop on the invoice being paid. I mean, when you charge us $5,000 to print out Edmunds reports and it takes me 2 seconds to print out an Edmunds report, that I have some concerns.
And I think that's legitimate. I'm sorry to interrupt. I think the thrust of my question though was, is the council assured that there are not other situations where we may be sued for non-payment?
It's the only one that I'm aware of.
I've never been given a threat of litigation other than that one. And when you tell us $5,000 for Edmunds reports, a user-friendly budget that was never produced, there's a lot of things that I need to, and I send it over to legal counsel so that they're aware to defend the lawsuit, but those are the issues that I had, and I just did not feel that it fit to the contract that was signed for the town. And I did not authorize the payment. It was on the bill list and I had.
With that exception, we're assured that we're current on our bills. We don't have a lot of past due bills in any context.
Well, it depends on if they haven't sent it to us. So, the Animal Control Services, they never sent us a bill. They said that they certified mailed it to us on February 5th. No one can find it here in this building. And it was, Sean Scrivening, our Assistant Business Administrator, when they sent the current month of CAT reports, said, are you ever going to bill us? And that's when the CFO apologized and said, I'll send them over to you. We certified mailed it to you. He sent me a copy of it. It said February 5th. Okay. I know I never signed a word. And they never signed me the slip that says who signed.
So I guess the simplest way to ask it then, of the bills we've received, we're current in terms of payment. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Under the process, just so that you know, Mr. Brian, a quote is received. That's what then generates a requisition. It has to go through 3 approvals, and then the PO is issued. Once the PO is issued, the goods can then be bought or the service can be rendered. Then the department that has to sign for it and get an invoice in order to then have it processed. to bills.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Rocco Malvern. East Brunswick Water Utility for January, you've got 2 bills for them.
I did let council know about that. It is the November 2023 bill. If you actually pull out the invoice, the way they do November and December bills is you get your standalone bill and then the overage comes in the beginning of the year. So that was another issue that happened while I was on paternity leave, that the overage was paid, what the standalone was not.
And the Animal Control Service bills were for how many months?
I believe that got us up to February.
And were there additional charges or was it just a standard monthly charge that
I
we?
believe it's just the standard home control charge because it should be 5,500, yeah, 1,000. So it's 5 months per bill.
And the Parker McKay bill, what month was that for? And is that for the current litigation that's going on?
Parker McKay, I believe, was for
The other recent meeting, February?
Kelly, did you have any other questions while he's looking?
No, I can sit down. He can,
it is for February.
for February, thank you.
Thank you.
Did you figure out what part of that was for
So
January?
it wasn't added into Edmunds, even though I know I said that to finance, so I'm gonna have to follow up on that for you.
And you'll send me,
I do know that we got the final 3 months and we got January.
and you'll send me an email.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Or you have. correct?
Yes.
So I'll send it to Jenny.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so I just have one question and it's really for the mayor who's not here. So, Mr. Amba, if you wouldn't mind just clarifying for me, please, why was the, QPA position never posted?
I was not asked to post.
The mic, please.
I was not asked to post.
And who designates whether the job gets posted or not?
The appointing authority would be the mayor.
Would be the mayor, okay. So you can't answer for me why the job was never posted? Right, because you would just, what? The mayor told you.
I mean, we're having a difficulty finding people to come work for Spotswood. I can say that.
Who wouldn't want to work in this environment?
Thank you.
Make a motion to close the public portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Make a motion to, close the caucus meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This meeting was called for Monday, March 18th, 2024 at 7:30 PM at Borough Hall located at 77 Summer Hill Road, Spotswood, New Jersey, pursuant to the provisions of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10-4-8B. The public may choose to attend this meeting electronically via Google Meet. This meeting was advertised on the Spotswood website and in the Home News Tribune.
Councilman Kramer?
Here.
Councilman Luttrell is absent. Councilwoman Schwartz?
Here,
Councilman Zaborni?
Here.
Council President Legakis?
Here.
And Mayor Palmer is absent.
At this time, I ask everybody to please rise to salute the flag. And after that, a moment of silence. Please keep in your prayers EMT Jeff Neely, who passed away last week, member of our EMS department, and also earlier today, Pat O'Brien of the Knights of Columbus and Office on Aging. I pledge allegiance. Thank you.
We have minutes from our February 26, 2024 caucus and regular meeting for approval.
make a motion to accept the minutes for the February 26, 2024 caucus and regular meeting.
Seconded.
Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Lester? Absent. Councilwoman Schwartz?
Yes.
Councilman Zaborni?
Yes.
And Council President.
Yes.
Okay, we have ordinance 2024-2 on public hearing. I'll take a motion to open to the public.
Motion open to the public.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Doug Hager, 65 Herman Drive. I noticed the long list of roads that are slated to be repaved, and I don't question the need for those roads to be repaved. I'm just curious, could we have a list as perspective? In other words, do we know what we're going to be doing, not only in 2024, but 2025, 2026?
Go ahead. I was gonna say, I'm not sure how far out it goes, but I do understand that we do have one. Yes.
Yeah, yes. So thank you for your question. So we do have we haven't received the funding yet, but for 2024 NJDOT grant, we did receive a grant. The roads, I believe, are, off the top of my head, Vaughan, Daniel, and Goverport. Those are the three on that project. We go by a running list that DPW maintains. So we work with them consistently just to make, they're the ones maintaining everything, so we take their opinion and we go, and we move forward with every project. They submitted a list of updated roads, and that's what we go by. And when we have our capital project meetings, we present those to the administration for their review.
May I get a copy of that list?
Sure. Great, thank you so much.
Basically,
Thank you.
Mr. Hager, what you end up doing, like I said to Mrs. Charlesworth earlier, capital does not lapse. So you want to put as many roads for the next coming years, because if you have any extra capital money left over, you can use that in future year projects. So that's why you list a large number.
Make a motion to close the public portion.
Second.
What's that?
Yes, it was.
What? For the regular meeting?
No, for the-
For the ordinance.
Still on the ordinance.
Oh, sorry.
Second.
I'll go back to see.
All in favor?
Yeah.
So next I'll take a motion to adopt ordinance 2024-2.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance 2024-2.
Second?
Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Lesko is absent. Councilwoman Schwartz?
Yes.
Councilman Zaborni?
Yes.
And Council President Legakis?
Yes.
Next, I'll take a motion to remove resolution 2024-43 from the table.
Make a motion to remove 2024-43 from the table. Second.
Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilman Lesko is absent. Councilwoman Schwartz?
Yes.
Councilman Zaborni?
Yes.
And Council President Legakis?
Yes.
Next, I'll take a motion to vote on resolution 2024-43.
Make a motion to vote on 2024-43.
Second. Second.
Councilman Kramer?
No.
Council President, Councilwoman Schwartz?
No.
Councilman Zaborni?
No.
And Council President Legakis?
No.
Council President, council members, I'll take a motion to accept resolutions on the consent agenda, resolutions 2024-49 through 2024-57.
Make a motion to accept 2024-49 through 2024-57. Second.
Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schwartz?
I have to find it. Hang on.
55.
Thank you. So I'm voting yes, but I need to abstain from 2024-55.
Councilman Zaborni?
Yes.
Council President Legakis?
Yes.
Thank you. There's some-
We have a application for Fire Department Cadet Francisco M. Colbeck. He's not, I don't believe he's here this evening. No. we just-
Thank you.
if you wanted to pick up-
So I'll take a motion to vote for Francisco Colbeck for cadet for the fire department.
I'd like to make a motion to vote on Frank Colbeck for the Fire Department Cadet application.
Second.
Councilman Kramer?
Yes.
Councilwoman Schwartz?
Yes.
Councilman Zaborni?
Yes.
And Council President Legakis?
Yes. Okay, we have a proclamation tonight for National Women's History Month, 2024, and Councilwoman Schwartz, please read that.
Okay, National Women's History Month 2024, whereas since 1987, the United States has formally recognized March as National Women's History Month. Every woman has a story to tell and gifts to share with the world. And Whereas Women's History Month commemorates and encouraging the study, observance, and celebration of the vital role of women in American history. And whereas the color for Women's History Month to commemorate the day and stand in solidarity, many people wear the official color of International Women's Day, which is purple. And whereas American women of every race, class, and ethnic background have made historic contributions to the growth and strength of our nation in countless recorded and unrecorded ways. Whereas American women have played and continue to play critical economic, cultural, and social roles in every sphere of the life of the nation by constituting a significant portion of the labor force working inside and outside of the home. Whereas American women have played a unique role throughout the history of the nation by providing the majority of the volunteer labor force of the nation. Whereas American women were particularly important in the establishment of early charitable, philanthropic, and cultural institutions in our nation. Whereas American women of every race, class, and ethnic background served as early leaders in the forefront of every major progressive social change movement. Whereas American women have served our country courageously in the military. Whereas American women have been leaders not only in securing their own rights of suffrage and equal opportunity, but also in the abolitionist movement, the emancipation movement, the industrial labor movement, the civil rights movement, and other movements, especially the peace movement, which creates a more fair and just society for all. And whereas despite these contributions, the role of American women in history has been consistently overlooked and undervalued in the literature, teaching, and studying of American history. Now therefore be it resolved by the Borough of Spotswood governing body along with Mayor Palmer that March is designated as Women's History Month. The governing body and Mayor Palmer are requested to issue a proclamation each March calling upon the people of the borough to observe March as Women's History Month with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to open it up to the council members if they have any comments. Councilwoman Schwartz?
Yes.
Councilor Brown?
Yeah, I was just like, okay. So as liaison to the library, I would just like to say that they are moving and grooving. On Saturday, they had double programs with Pause Up for Reading and Maker's Day, and both were great events and well attended. And the library will be offering solar eclipse glasses to Spotswood residents who have a valid Spotswood library card in good standing. Cardholders will be able to sign up beginning next Monday, March 25th. One pair of glasses per library card, and that will be while supplies last. So if you're interested, please sign up starting next Monday. Also beginning next Monday for the children, they will offer the opportunity to sign up for a solar eclipse craft kit. Say that 5 times fast. The kit will include a pair of solar glasses, an eclipsed theme craft, and other small goodies. One kit per library card again. So that will be while supplies last for valid Spotswood library card holders only. And the Friends of the Library are organizing their fundraiser to Playhouse 22 to see Steel Magnolias on Sunday, April 28th, Steel Magnolias, sorry. So go online and register for that. And as a member of the Recreation Department, I also then, after going to Pause Up for Reading and Maker's Day, I scrambled on over to the high school for a visit with the Easter Bunny and to watch all of our young community members scramble for some eggs and create some crafts and get their picture taken with the Easter Bunny. A fabulous event monitored by our rec team and our PTA and some student volunteers. So thank you to all of them. Thank you also to the community team of New Jersey for being there as well to collect donations for their latest endeavor. The townwide spring yard sale will be happening on April 27th and 28th. The fishing derby is set for Saturday, June 1st. And the car show is set for Saturday, June 15th. And sports-wise, indoor soccer is finished. And it went very well. Flag football has over 100 children registered, so that will be starting as well. And the summer camp registration for arts and crafts and tennis will start by the end of the month. It will go for 5 weeks this year instead of 4. And I apologize, but I don't have anything with the Office of Aging at this time.
Thank you. Councilman Kramer?
So I don't really have much. The engineer's report would be the same thing I would tell you, because that's one of the people I talk to. And I haven't had a chance to meet with EMS. I've been recovering from cancer treatment, so some days I feel good, some days I don't feel so good. So I've been kind of staying home. This was my first weekend out since treatment ended, so I will have something by next meeting.
Thank you. Councilman Zavodi?
So spring sports are happening over in Spotswood Schools. The next Spotswood Board of Education meeting is tomorrow night, 7 p.m. at the Media Center in the high school. Culture and Heritage will meet this Thursday, March 21, 7 p.m. DFW on Daniel Road. And congratulations to the newest cadet over in the fire department. Very good. Happy spring to be soon.
Thank you. Just real quick, Spotswood Youth Baseball and Softball, their opening day is April 13th. We will not meet again before that, so come on out and support. And just a reminder, our April 15th meeting was moved to April 22nd. So please, we have that all updated on the website. So the next meeting will be April 22nd. Thank you. This time, I'd like to make a motion to open to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. This time you can come up, talk about anything that you want. Just please be sure to state your name and address.
Diane Charlesworth, 29 Old Stage Road. Some good news, Stitching Time. We will be celebrating our 9th anniversary on April 11th. However, our anniversary luncheon has been postponed because Linda O'Brien, whose husband passed away today, is one of our original members, and it wouldn't be the same without her there. So, but
Diane, I'm sorry, can you just repeat the date of the actual anniversary?
our actual anniversary is April 9th.
Thank you.
And it's fun because I go through my memories on Facebook and I see all the excitement I had when I was trying to start it. So that's cool.
And how many years again?
9.
9 years.
Yeah.
April 9th, 9 years.
It's a lucky number. Over the course of the winter, we did 164 hats, 86 scarves, and 4 ear warmers distributed through the pantry. So my ladies, they rock.
Thank you. Thank you to them.
They rock.
thank you.
Question on the posting for the bus driver position for the Office on Aging. Why is it not on our website?
I believe it was an oversight, but it was posted to the League of Municipalities.
I went to the League of Municipalities website today and could not find it.
So it only gets posted for a month.
I don't know.
I don't know when it was submitted, but I can check that.
Okay, well, has anybody applied for it?
I believe there's an internal person, but there was no other applicants as of
Okay, well, May 22nd is gonna be here pretty quickly, and Larry's not the kind of person who will stay an extra day, so time's a wasting. We have a form of government here that is strong mayor, weak council. And I'm wondering where our strong mayor has been for the last 2 months or so. No budget workshops, as were promised last year. No concrete budget will be done by the end of this month. Isn't it due March 29th?
Local finding notice requires that after States the Division of Local Government Services will consider budget introductions for first regularly scheduled council meetings after March the 29th. So the first available
April
meeting after
22nd.
the 29th. Yes.
Okay. Will we have a budget by April 22nd?
I have a draft version that I supplied to the mayor.
Okay.
Um,
Are we holding any budget workshops for it?
that would be it. Sure.
And you have no inkling?
I've provided a draft to the mayor for her review. And I'm waiting for comments.
Okay. So our strong mayor doesn't come to meetings anymore. She doesn't participate in borough activities. And as I mentioned at the last meeting, our former mayor, where you go? There you go. Sat in that seat twice a month while I, our current mayor, and a couple of other women screamed and heckled and hollered at him, but he showed up every meeting. So where's our strong mayor? AOL, AWOL, I'm sorry. AOL is something else. AOL is what I use for the email. I'm the I know she's a guest, but there's questions that people have that only she can answer. Do we have to send her an engraved invitation to get her ass in that chair?
Oh, you said that word.
The mayor is invited. We did not hear back from her for this meeting.
So would you consider that she's possibly delinquent in her duties?
The mayor is invited to the meeting. Whether she chooses to come or not is her own choice. We
So
cannot
how
make
does
it
she
the mayor.
address the concerns of her constituents if she's not here? She's not in Borough Hall because she's been advised not to show up because she causes chaos. When do the people actually get to address her? The strong mayor.
How'd you get up real quick? I hesitated on resolutions. I never got the question I had, got asked. Ed Sealy, 88 Elm Street, Spotswood, New Jersey. First I'm here as a member of the American Legion.
Shadow.
And, friend of the American Legion, as a matter of fact. You answered my question, but I want to confirm.
Yes.
Am I to understand the borough is providing services for Memorial Day Parade on May 27th, Memorial Day?
So, yes, we received your application. We forwarded the application to the mayor. She did commit to, being able to staff the parade. We did not hear a response from the application though.
We would have put it to Extra Duty Solutions, because the way Extra Duty Solutions works is that we have to send a check to Extra Duty Solutions for Extra Duty Solutions to then send us the money back to the payroll. So it would be handled as either an overtime job or something along those lines.
And we were told that the chief would be informed to schedule for that, right?
I just need final confirmation, but I don't know. You guys are setting the budget on how much it is. I need just so I can say.
It's not up to us.
That you would know, Ed.
Yeah, and we were just waiting for, the mayor just basically said to schedule, the chief would be scheduling.
I was told to pay for it. I just need to know how much.
Right. So I guess that would be coming from the chief then. To find out how many will be on staff.
That's fair.
Yes. But we are committing to supporting the parade.
Just for the record, just because you weren't here, you don't know, years got passed. The years got passed, there was never any of this. There was never no permit, there was never no solicitation, the solicitation wasn't done by us. Solicitation was actually done by the borough, which is fine, I can handle the solicitation part, as I said before. But the costs, you know, as you well know, the police departments are expensive. And they worked diligently with us last year, helped us out a great deal. Yes. But, I am appreciative to the fact that the council and the mayor has decided to support the Memorial Day Parade.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all your hard work on it.
Well, it's gonna be harder now, it's 2 months, so quick time to get ready. I'm not correcting, but, because you said 6% approximately on the increase, it's actually about 7.2, but that's just a percentage. You did say approximately. I have a question. This question is gonna go a little. This is a business administrator. Was he hired before or after Cartier?
Before.
Okay. I got in front of me the ordinance 2023-1, which is our ordinance for fixing salaries. As I look on this, there's absolutely no position. There is no pay scale. And I searched and searched and searched, and I can't find a resolution or anything to approve hiring of assistant PA. Now, I know local government, you can't just develop a position without doing this. So what can we do to look into this?
Well, that would be part of this year's
I don't
budget.
know if you have the most recent salary ordinance, because it is in the salary ordinance, I do know that.
This is 2023-1, January last year.
There was an updated version, I don't know when.
This was the only one I could find.
No.
There's a second,
When we pass the budget.
and I don't believe the business administrator is required by statute to have a resolution authorizing. I don't know if the assistant business administrator, because it's not, set by statute.
I see
So
what you're
it
saying.
would be the mayor hired a clerk or clerical person.
There is. Clerical, all this other stuff's in there. There's no such title as assistant PA. This is not on you at all. I'm just stating that I happen to know that another town went through this and they wound up getting rid of that person. And actually went after his salary. They paid back because there was no ordinance stating there was any such position. I'm not asking for that. I just want to know why it's not here. And you're telling me there's another one out there, and I just spent a good part of the day looking, and this is the only one I found.
There was, what you're looking at, it doesn't, at the top, does it delineate between union and non-union?
Yes,
No, the resolution should, or the ordinance should say they separate, because there was a request when I arrived to separate it out so that there was a
Right.
union salary ordinance, that was a request by, the councilwoman, so that there was an ordinance for all union positions and an ordinance for non-union positions. And I do
okay,
believe-
well, this is the same page, but it is broken down to.
Yeah, that's on the same, so that's not the most current, salary ordinance.
So when was
Ordinance 7 and 8.
7 and 8, I believe.
Right.
Or
I
July.
want to say July.
I'm looking at it.
Okay, fair enough. If I get a copy, that'd be nice. The other thing is, been asked about 1,000 times. Council meeting is still missing on the website. July, August of last year. That should be pretty easy to bring out.
I'm working with Tim, and Anthony to get everything switched over. It never switched over to the new website.
And most of the year in 21 and a lot of the year in 22.
So Diane had mentioned it a couple of meetings ago, and we did bring it to Tim's attention to please have that updated. Tim's been a little busy with a new baby, so we are hopeful to get that all updated as soon as we can.
What a girl. Yeah,
Yeah,
All right.
he was on parent duty tonight.
So Jenny, it is the missing, we are missing July and August on the website.
Okay, I can email that to you.
Or 2023, those are the meetings that are missing. That it doesn't matter.
All right, that's it for me tonight.
Thank you.
Good night.
Just, Brandon, on that note, is the company that did the website, are they able to just batch everything, move everything over so that from the old website, because there's so much stuff missing? Okay.
Can we follow up with that?
I mean, we paid them a lot of money to do that. It should be done.
Excuse me, I do have one more question.
Your time right now. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Why do we need this system to be that?
Yeah.
I mean, this gentleman here seems quite proficient. Why do we have someone backing him up?
Mayor needs bodyguard.
Okay, I'll ask that question again on the time. Maybe you can find out.
You just told you, mayor needs a bodyguard.
I mean, I only had one BA. I mean, every mayor before me only had one BA. Just.
I would say that is a question for the mayor to answer because her administration. Well, we have asked for a salary ordinance with the budget. We're waiting on that. Thank you.
I'm not going out there. So going to Mayor Sealy's question about the assistant DA. After the last meeting, I requested and asked for the 2023 and the 2024 resolution for the assistant DA and the certification of funds. And I was told that there's nothing responsive to my request. So I think you have the answer. Either that, or I lied to you.
You don't need to certify funds for salary positions. It's professional service contracts under the professional contract or public contract law.
But there's still no resolution.
There needs to be an ordinance. And as I said before, the assistant business administrator position it's not a statutory position. So that requires.
Wait,
to the microphone, please.
So let me ask you this, so we can just hire whoever we want at will. So because the mayor feels like hiring somebody, so if I want to hire six, if I'm the mayor and I want to hire six more positions, as long as they're not, whatever the hell you just said, I can just hire as many people I want at whatever salary I want for as long as I want, and nobody's responsible for this. Got it. We'll move on to the next thing. You need to answer, Brandon. Brandon, you don't need to answer because you know what, it's just gonna be a bunch of
Just move that mic over so that the other one.
Does anyone here have any connections?
I'm sorry, just let him answer.
So as long as it's within the salary ordinance and then it's within the budget that the council approves, then that it fits within the line. I can't speak to what happened because I wasn't here, but if there is a salary ordinance, which there is, and if there's a budget to approve the position, non-statutory positions will be at the discretion of the appointing authority.
And the way we understood it last year was there was a lot of influx with people coming and going at the beginning of last year. So that's why there were positions, people being moved into position. So I understand.
And I understand that when Brian left and he, but we've never, ever, and it's not codified. There's no codified position for this. There's no codified position for the finance manager. There's no codified position. We're just adding in positions because these are people that the mayor wants because they're gonna back her and be on her side with everything. That's what this is. Anyway, so moving forward. Does anybody in the administration have any connections to Parker McKay?
Your administration, so.
No? Anybody here have any connections to CCS Building Services or done any work for them? No? CCS Building Services? They're the ones that redid the building? No?
Not to my knowledge.
What's the status with the TMR program? Because I've got 2 stray cats in my backyard. Not that I really care, but I do wildlife rehabilitation for the state of New Jersey, and quite frankly, I don't want to have to save all of these animals and then have them eaten by the cats.
There is. So I filled in, Councilman Schwartz. We did find an old contract that was for animal control services and our services that we can stop her up to present to the, I believe it's the East Brunswick, New Brunswick.
The East Brunswick is
East
very-
Brunswick Animal
East
Hospital.
Brunswick.
They offered to just do a PO. I don't feel that is something that would be good for the borough to have. I think we need to have a contract parameters that spell out who can bring, how many cats can be spayed or neutered and things like that. So once that contract is done, as I've told Councilwoman Schwartz, I do believe that I'll have a draft copy for legal review and then have it on the agenda for April 22nd. That was the last piece. I just wanted to make sure I'm not comfortable doing a PO or leave it open-ended. I think we need to have a contract that spell out the services that they're going to provide to us. And who the animal, or the common caretakers who can go and.
Do we have that application?
Application is done, and ready to be placed on the agenda, or placed on the website for people to sign up. And then once we have people approved, the ordinance sets out how the parameters for it.
So do we need the approval of the people who apply before the contract is approved at the?
No, I think you approve the contract and then you just put the application out to those who want to come forward to be common caretakers. I know we have two, but we're going to have
Okay.
more. We just then have them properly fill out the application.
Okay.
Just as a reminder, I did say that I would be more than happy to do it.
Then when the application goes online, fill it out. Yep.
Okay, I had also sent, an email request for a Oprah. Based on something I had read online, with all the multitude of lawsuits we have. And I had asked for a copy of the email that was sent to Mr. Sachs and that was sent to the town council regarding the cease and desist letter that was sent after last month's town council meeting. I got a response back saying that there was nothing responsive to my request, which of course I knew was a bunch of crap because the email had been mentioned in the lawsuit that was online. So I pushed back and I asked for an IT certification from Tim Cahill. Lo and behold, after I asked for the certification, I am told wrong piece. I was told that there was no email, that it was a correspondence. So it's semantics of words. And I later come to find out that it was not sent by the mayor, it was sent by the confidential secretary. I don't know if anybody's read the Oprah laws lately, but if I ask for something and you know that it's there, even if I ask for it incorrectly and you're aware that the document exists, you have to supply it to me. So we're all playing semantics. However, may I approach? That's an actual copy. That's an actual copy of the email. Or the correspondence that was sent to Mr. Sachs. Now, I want you to look at something. It says February 29, 2024, up the left-hand corner. Right underneath that, it says sent via email, larry@saxlawNJ.com. But there was no email. I was told there was no email. Now, I know that Jenny didn't tell me that. She may have signed the email that she sent to me, but I know it didn't come from her. So once again, we have this plain lying. Just be.
Richie, what's going on? Just to pick up on something Colleen said. Who pays the lawsuits on Oprah when we lose them? Is it not Jip or is it not our budget?
It's out of the budget. Jip doesn't pay them.
Jip doesn't pay?
No.
How many of these silly lawsuits we're gonna encounter before we decide to do, answer the questions that people ask? I've got a lot of taxes in this town. I understand. And I really don't want to do it all because the employee there is doing stupid shit.
It's simple. So she's involved in a ton of lawsuits. She's involved us all in lawsuits because of what she does. Are we paying for all of our attorneys, or is she going to be on the hook for any of that herself? A lawsuit against the council. Is that authorized? Did she just do that one on her own?
We certainly didn't authorize it.
You didn't vote for that.
How many tax points do you want to bet on for next year?
5.
Let's just do that. How many tax points do we want to go, taxpayers and get over this? She's a train wreck. She's an absolute train wreck. Anybody that works with her is an absolute train wreck. Yep. That's the end of the story. I mean, you guys, but we're getting killed in town of all this crap. We're getting killed here. You know, she sat here for years bashing away at the previous mayor and the previous administration about how we sucked. We were beautiful compared to what she's doing right now.
Yeah, big time.
We did our job all the way through and through. All right, should we make mistakes? We did, okay? But we didn't go forward with the intent to screw everybody over like she's done. Okay? Where's it gonna run me into the next thing? What are we doing with going strong council week here? I mean, you guys haven't learned from this disaster yet, what we're up against. You know, it goes right into this assistant DA. What the hell's his job?
What does he do?
What does he do? I go up here to pick up desk things. How come I never see the guy? Well, I can't see anybody because they got opaque stuff on the door, so you don't know what goes on behind it.
It's true.
I can't,
This administration is about as transparent as a lead wall. When is she gonna resign?
you're asking the wrong person.
I know.
I'm sorry, I can't answer any of your questions because I don't know. I unfortunately, you know.
Maybe a resolution from the council saying, no, you know, we call it.
We already did a vote of no confidence.
No confidence, thank you.
We already did.
When did you do it?
Stood on the end of that thing with all of the police officers.
No, I'm saying,
I
what
don't know,
I'm
you
saying
guys
is,
do know.
when is the council?
I did it.
When is the council going to do
I don't know,
the
the rest of the council.
and start, to really start this thing rolling? Another question, this, you may not be able to answer this until things get done. But when Mr. Sachs concluded with his report, did he make public?
Report about what?
What you guys have hired him for, look into whatever.
So
issues
the,
going on
Actually,
with lawsuits.
if you look at the resolution.
the only way we could hire Mr. Sachs is to defend us against the mayor's lawsuit against us.
That's all. Okay.
Where we cannot hire an attorney unless the mayor chooses the attorney. That's
So we're stuck with Flynn forever, or until the mayor leaves, or the rest of it.
We have a mayor, a real mayor here.
When you were the mayor,
Yes, sir.
did we have an investigation that we had to hire an attorney for the DA? Did the council have to hire an attorney?
If I remember correctly, it was the public who asked the council, hired an attorney to investigate myself and my business administrator to see if these charges were valid. There was a little argument over who the attorney was once again. There was someone or someone else. I will tell you that the judges came back, they were innocent in that case, but it didn't much matter.
But the point is, that we was able to hire an attorney.
The council was able to hire an attorney, but I'm gonna take it to a step which got explained to me rather well in the day. Unfortunately, you just started off with the very, very subject. In a strong mayor, weak council. Okay, that's why the word strong.
But she isn't.
I don't know. We're out here to debate that. Some people use it well, and some people don't, and I'll leave it at that. Okay?
Again, it's time for the change, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of done. It's gotta be done. The next mayor, I don't expect him to be a tyrant, but, you know, you don't know what happens going forward. You can get a legal maniac out there and go both sides.
Ted, it's not something that we, have said, no, we're not gonna look at. We have all looked at it and said it's something that we will look further into. It takes time. Okay, I will tell you that, you know, this is council's meeting. We invite the mayor to come.
Well, I'm all aware of that.
And we can't answer for the mayor. So if anybody, you know, has an issue with the mayor, they need to reach out to the mayor themselves and there's nothing I could do about that.
No, I think she's invited guest. I understand. Who's going to present the budget next month?
This is good. It's like a comedy show.
Good question.
But Ted, I do have all of the information changing from Strong Mayor Weak Council. I have all of that printed out and I'm reading it to learn about.
You let me know what I can do to help you with.
Me too.
It needs to be done. It really does. It needs to support everybody up there. And it needs to be something that we look into if we move forward. It just makes a lot of sense. You know,
I'm in agreement with you.
we're living through a horrible 4 years right now.
We're in limbo right now.
We're living through a horrible 4 years. How many lawsuits are we involved in?
I think it's like 6, 5, 6. I think 6. I think it's
I
6.
can't count that high.
Well, we have some from,
I'm just involving in there, not stuff that's left over from
but
previous.
there's 6 too.
What's that?
There are those as well that
No,
are,
I'm talking
Those
about
aren't
stuff
being
just
current.
current lawsuits, not stuff just.
those are current. So I could give you a list. You want me to give?
No, just a number. I'm just asking for a number.
Forget it. So.
Too difficult. Big time with the next lawsuit.
There were, I mean, by multiple police officers, there's 3 pending that were filed since the mayor has been, since the current mayor. And that involves, this was 3 lawsuits that relate to this.
There's not 3 lawsuits. There were 3 lawsuits filed in 1 week.
Talking about. Oh, yeah. And there's 6. Yes.
Thank you.
I'm making sure. I think it's actually more than 6. actually.
It is more than 7. It's 6 since she's been here.
7 that are related to prior lawsuits. We have lawsuits that predate the mayor's term. There's 2 of those still pending. And
She's suing the prosecutors.
and then there's
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6. No, there's more than that.
They include one about the prosecutor's office that she sued.
I meant more of employees. I thought that was the most important.
How much money? Right now.
I'm sorry?
How much money we laid out in legal fees for all these lawsuits?
For those lawsuits?
All current.
Well, the ones that are related to all the employees, you pay an insurance premium, the insurance company is paying for all of this.
But we're
Including-
paying deductible for each case. aren't
That's
we?
correct, but you would pay the deductible whether or not you filed, I mean, it would have to relate to those cases. I don't know the exact number, Brandy would have more of that information. But the insurance company is presently paying all those legal fees, including the one against the prosecutor's office. The only one that would not be paid by the insurance company would be the one that's presently pending between the mayor and the council.
So the taxpayer is on the hook for that.
Correct.
No, Frank.
You authorize that.
Authorize,
That means,
authorize a cease and desist letter.
not me, I'm not the mayor.
Larry, hope you feel better.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Ted.
I'm a senior moment, I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say.
Get up too fast.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Get back real quick. There's something Chuck had said. You guys know what time the assistant PA was hired? What time, what month?
What month he was January 2023.
Yes. January 2023.
Correct.
And the new ordinance came out on salary ordinances in July 2023.
Yeah, that's very.
After you hired.
We didn't,
He,
clarify.
After the mayor hired him, because we didn't hire him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Steve Ronco. So I've done a bunch of Oprah requests, and it seems like the ones that you guys don't want to answer is ignore. I forwarded a bunch of them, two of them to you today, but there's multiple ones. You know, I'm asking for the report on the fire truck, for the invoices which are immediate access. I've asked for the phone calls from the mayor to the police department about Larry Bowen. When am I getting them?
we don't ignore them. We reach out to
I can
the.
show you my email.
No.
And I've responded to some of those, and then when you ask them again, it's the same response. It's the
I've
same.
got nothing. What are you talking about?
I don't give them to you, but I know the response is
You're
like,
the one that answers them.
I'm not gonna give people that is here, county president, what I give to the clerk's office.
Mr. Ronco, when we receive your Oprah requests, we send them to the borough attorney. And then she responds to the clerk, who in turn responds to you.
Why doesn't the clerk just respond and answer them? Why do we need the attorney?
Because there's certain things we can't give out.
Which she should be trained on. Correct?
She's an acting clerk who is getting her license.
I feel like we're getting.
Yeah, it's-
Jenny's terms of employment, and she has not been raised notice, and I don't. want to
Well, that's her job. To do Oprah.
You can be critical, Mr. Ronco, the council cannot be critical of an employee's.
Well, the fact remains, I'm not getting my Oprah requests. They're ignored. And this is going on for months where they just ignore it. You know, some of it will be answered, and then whatever you don't feel like answering, it just gets ignored.
We're not ignoring. We have a system. We have to go through the attorney, and then she gives the information to the clerk.
But I can show you my emails where I'm not getting any answers. I sent them to you today saying, where are these? They're past due, way past due. So the system's not working.
So, Vicki, is there a reason why they're not being answered?
I don't know which ones she's talking about.
Okay.
Council
Attorney
President.
invoices.
Council President, as you know, when Jenny does send it, I'll send you, I'll copy you on them. So there's no, I want to make sure that you know what's going on as well. And legal bills, there's no reason that they can't be, that doesn't need to go to me, unless there's a redaction necessary. And as I noted in an earlier meeting, I redrafted my bill so that there wouldn't have to be a redaction done by Jenny. So
You can't
she
do
can
that
produce
legally.
those. The report that was mentioned earlier, we've responded to that open request a number of times before, and indicated that it's not permitted and it falls within an exception under Oprah. So if the repeat ones, that's the same response that has to be provided to be consistent and in accordance with Oprah. Larry Bowden one, what was that you requested?
The phone call to the police department from the mayor.
Now, I don't have that, Mr. Ronco, so it's not like they would go, the system is to go to, the police to get that, and then Jenny would just check to make sure that can be produced, and it should be produced. I don't understand.
It's past due.
And I apologize for that. I will work with Jenny in the next couple of days to make sure that anything that you have not been responded to, we respond to you.
Now, and that report on the fire truck, so just like my lawsuit against, Newark, that report's paid for by the taxpayers. We have a right to see that. That's a fact.
So
We have a difference of opinion on that.
And so did Newark. We paid for it. It's our report.
And this is where the lawsuits come.
And this is where you're gonna get sued. I mean, it's just craziness. Why can't we see what happened with the fire truck? Did we even pay for it?
So Vicky,
Did they give us $1?
is there a reason why we cannot?
It falls into one of these.
Really?
Mr. Ronco,
Rocco, what do you expect me to do? I have to take
She's incompetent.
I have to take the information that the borough attorney is giving me. I cannot go rogue on this and just,
So, yeah, but
I'm sorry, I don't know.
we need a real attorney. This doesn't suffice. She gives bad legal advice and then we get sued. And then she profits off of that. Does the mayor even live in town anymore? If she doesn't show up? Could she be mayor still?
I can't answer that.
I just have a question. As much as I love our police salad, and I do love that, why do we have so many here? Why do we have so, but there's 9 cops here in the building. Like, why do we have cops in these meetings?
Again, as I think like before a meeting, the mayor's office puts in a request for a police officer, the manner and how many police officers are sent by the police department is up to the police chief. I can't.
We've never had cops here at the meetings. But we've had a few, but not like this. Not like this.
So going back to, I want to say May or June of last year, we had made a request to the chief to have 2 officers in the lobby at meetings.
How's our? Okay.
And the chief has said since that point that we can continue to do that.
I understand that, but we have 9 cops on duty right now.
I
mean.
can't answer why they're out there.
I love them to death, but
Okay.
it's my tax time. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we have all of these cops here? I've been coming to council meetings for 12 years outside of the EMT situations that we had, and we've had this really packed. And the night that the PBA was here, I mean, this is actually a decent crowd. Normally there's the same 5 of us here. So I don't know why we need 4 cops. I mean, there's never been a brawl that's broken out in here in all the time that I've been coming to meetings. So I don't understand this situation. Why we're paying all of this overtime. And again, I love these guys, but why are we paying all this overtime for all these cops to be here? We've never had an incident. You can do mud wrestling. We have enough mud. This is true. My backyard, forget it.
Jim Wallace, 81 Woodland Road. Isn't it, I read somewhere with the lawsuits and everything, that the town is sponsored is still responsible for 10%.
$10,000 and 10% of whatever the settlement is.
Right?
Correct, Brandon?
I would review the document, just the, be sure I don't say
Yeah.
anything that.
Can't hear me. Can't hear me.
I heard
Send me a note, will you?
it. Thank you.
Like to make a motion to close the public portion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Like to make a motion to adjourn?
Second. All in favor?
Aye. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.